It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up next is the Commanders, leader at quarterback. He's fifth in the NFL in passing yards entering this week. It's the Commanders and the Panthers, and it's coming up next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams separate themselves from the pack, and that's where playoff pictures start to unravel. That's where there's a little bit more clarity between the haves and the have-nots. And this is when NFL football gets fun. Holidays are coming. Playoff pictures are unfolding. It is a blast.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I think the biggest thing that stood out this week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense. Exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make the
big opening up the middle. He may go. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
A lot of things jump off the tape week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a first carry for their running back. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he is going to be out of bounds. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Commanders' first down.
This is a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll turn and hand this one off. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw here is complete. And the tackle is made at about the 6. 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Washington. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The PAT, up and good. And the Commanders come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we move into the second half of the season, he continues to put up the big numbers. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. Cooks going in motion. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's a Carolina 1st down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Commanders come up with it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll get a yard or two to the 8. Second and goal. They'll look to throw. This one caught at the 4.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's third down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Commanders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. Deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over once again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
That'll be returnable from the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 8-yard line. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. The ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Commanders. An extra point attempt to follow. It's up and through. And the Commanders will get out in front 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first. We are through 1. 17-7 is the score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Washington. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Commanders up their lead. It's now 24-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Panthers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's been as involved as anyone in the league in the middle part of the season, the NFL leader in receiving yards to this point. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. That one hauled in. It's complete. And they're going to have enough to convert here, and it sets up 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now, faking the give. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, They're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. This from 30 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Panthers offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
At the 35-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on. Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Carolina. And how about that play on special teams? Perfectly done. It checks up right at the 1-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Charlotte. After this, they'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First down, Commanders.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They face second down and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
And 7 yards to go.
Open man, right side. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the air one more time. This is caught down that right sideline. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down, Washington.
They'll look to throw yet again. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock.
He is in. Touchdown, Commanders. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
The kicking team off for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Panthers 7.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. So, here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Commanders, who are out on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. The Eagles trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Raiders trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. and they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Joe Burrow has thrown a touchdown pass. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we move into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
3rd and 6. They're going to motion the tight end over here. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Going right sideline and complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Washington. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders add on to their already sizable lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. His drive will start on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Looking middle of the field. It's complete. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go,
They'll look to throw. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it. Now a give on the ground, and they'll take this down inside the 35.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
At the 35-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. This one complete right side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have two or three that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field, the run game and the pass game.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is third and long. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And a good return here. He is out of bounds up past the 30.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has given the folks who put together our highlights a lot to choose from. Came out hot, has not let up. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. The defense left grasping at straws, trying to figure out how to slow him down. He has had some kind of game. Putting the tight end in motion. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll take this down inside the 30. Devin Witherspoon. The secondary to make the play. Second and 7. Now this time they'll look to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
This is intercepted. Ho-ho. And the Panthers are going to get the football at their own 40.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's the toss as they look to run. Good gainer there. They'll get him out of bounds up past the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
That's complete on the tight end screen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Washington.
First down, Washington.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. McBride is the motion man. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. Tight end on the move left. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
That's the mindset I just love seeing from a running back, Mike. His eyes weren't just on that first down marker. They were on getting that first and some on top of it. That's pretty impressive.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll stay on the ground. Not much happening there. Tackled at the 17. Here's a 2nd and 9. Quick throw, taken in. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
All the way back at the 14 now. 2nd down and goal. McBride is the motion man. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score single time.
Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. His kick is good. And the Commanders stretch things out even further. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw again. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
That is caught at the 3. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
No handoff. He'll keep it himself. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to...
He puts it up, and it's caught. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Carolina. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's looking... Going to continue for another week. What a tremendous performance here as they are out to finish this one off. On first down, they'll run it on the draw. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Tight end motioning left. They'll stick with him again. Can't fault the effort. He got half a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yardage.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Here's a 3rd and 10. gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. The Commanders about to send this one away. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
At the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Finding space at the 40. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
And at this point in the game, trailing by this much, you're just trying to get something positive going. And even if it doesn't alter the outcome of this week's game, Mike, you're trying to build on some things that you can take into next week's practice, build off of and learn from, and hopefully carry it into next week's game to hopefully have a lot better performance, especially here offensively.
They'll look to throw yet again. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster. And I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. This one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now going to try to polish this thing off here in the 4th. Tight end going in motion here. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
A tight end in motion now. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. In a game that was expected to be a cakewalk, pretty much turned out that way. Their class just much the best in this one as they cruise to an easy road victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.